YouTube faithful, what is going on? It is Wednesday. We're almost all the way to Friday already. Then next thing you know, it'll be Monday again. And next thing you know, we're going to be preparing for NFL. Here's the deal. I've got a wicked farmer's tan because I've been outside a lot because I know as soon as NFL starts, life as I know it is going to be over. A lot of week-long preparation for NFL. There's Monday night, there's Thursday night, there's the Sunday main slate. And most of you know I focus on DraftKings, which is player v player, which is extremely hard but extremely rewarding, and it's a totally different animal, and it is all time consuming. 150 lineups max, etc. I can't wait. So for those of you that are here today, we're going to talk about a few MLB plays that I like. We're going to talk about some other things. And yeah, we have a big slate today, so let's not rush it. And I'm going to try to, I don't know, if it's 15, 20 minutes, it is what it is, guys. I've been trying to keep the videos quick, and it's hard for me to get it all out there. So right out of the gate, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, I appreciate you stopping by. Let's get into this. First up, the first step of the process, as always, guys, I go to DG. Now, there's other sites that do this, but this is the best one. This is why I put my name brand on this one. This is why I partnered with them, because they're the most accurate. I trust them to have the most accurate data lines being processed to give me all the odds in real time very quickly, especially if you're an esports player. This is the best way to do it. I'm telling you, you can odd shop between all the big names, all the pick'em sites in real time and get in the mix. Now, this is my first stop. Regardless whether I'm partners with them or not, guys, this is the first step of my process every single day. I go on here, I odd shop everything, then I compare it to my model projections, then I go on to Outlier and look a little bit deeper, and then I come on here and make a YouTube video, okay? You can see right here, Michael King, his strikeout lines are at 6.5. Earlier was at 6. I even saw it at 5.5 on some books. Under 6.5 at minus 144 is interesting. I personally like Michael King a lot today. If you can find him at 5.5 strikeouts, you have to take it. Even possibly his fantasy score. Louis Gill, okay? And I ain't talking fish for the Yanks. Playing a great spot. Over 6Ks. I have him projected for 6.25. We know the Angels strike out a lot, but the fact of the matter is this. He is not that great. He's volatile. He can get you 7Ks, but he can also get you 4Ks. So what you want to do is find the range of outcomes. That is the best way to predict pitcher performance as far as their strikeouts. It's very hard to get a strikeout in the MLB, the major leagues, so you want to try to pinpoint it down to range of outcomes. Now, PrizePicks and other books offer alternate lines, goblins, demons, and they do that for a reason because there is a wide range of outcomes. So we look at him and you can see he has a floor of basically 3 and a ceiling of basically 7, okay? So 3 to 7, actually I would put his ceiling at 8 because he does have a couple of 8s. But you can see, to get over 6, we're needing his ceiling, all right? This is why I don't really like these type of stats, props, whatever you want to call them, at 6, because it's most likely he's going to land on 6. So if you know that, then you could possibly make the argument that, well, if he's going to land on 6, I'll push worst case scenario, and then maybe he gets 7 and greens the lineup, okay? But that's something that you need to decide. I'm just here. Someone in the comments the other day was saying, oh, it sounds more like you want to do a sales pitch for your live streams or something and not give ball knowledge. Bro, listen, I am selling you on my live stream because that is where I am not rushed. I can process the closing lines, I can interact with the audience and answer questions, and that is why I do my best work. That's just how it is. These are pre-recorded live videos that I have to follow a set guidelines and everything else, man. The reason I push my live stream to you guys is because that is where I have my Discord members find the most success, period. That is why I push it. My job is to get you to come in there and pay attention to learn something. That's my personal job, my goal, okay? I make these videos to discuss the slate, the plays. I give out plenty of plays between here, YouTube shorts, TikTok videos, Twitter sometimes, all the time. I talk about my favorite ones. I usually give a play of the day if there's something that stands out. And I do it for NBA, NFL, and MLB all year long, okay? Of course, I want you in my live streams because my live streams cook. That's just where I can do my best work. And I believe in it. So, of course, I'm going to push it to you because I want you to be there. You're going to get whatever the fee Dub Club charges, you're going to get value from that, man. If you want to fault me for that, fine, but I promise you there is way more things I could be doing, taking advantage of to try to make a quick buck that I don't do because I just won't do that. But I believe in my live stream, which is why I talk about it, which is why I want you guys there. But for these YouTube videos, I try to keep it short, simple, and just a brief overview. And I do give plays. I'm talking about Louis Gill right here, okay? Am I going to personally have exposure to him? Well, I'm giving you the pros and cons. At the end of the day, dude, I'm only going to be right 55% of the time on average, okay? 55% of the time. Anyone who tells you they're right more than that, just uninstall because they're not telling the truth. It's impossible. So I'm trying to give you both sides of the coin. Maybe you have a different read than me, which is totally fine, okay? Unless it's something that I will personally tell you and be like, no, this is right, this is wrong. But they're 20-24, 17 striked out overall, the Angels. 21st in the last 30, okay? Gill's strikeout percentage is in the top 90%. All that stuff adds up to take more than 6. My issue is, remember, I like to find the range of outcomes, the ROO. You can look at this in the last 20. You can go to 2024 and you can see it's most likely he's going to land on 3 to 6, okay? 3 to 7 if you want to count those outliers and find an actual true median. 3 to 7. So at 6, he pushes. Again, he's projected for 6.2. The matchup is as good as it's going to get. You can go here on DG. You can see you're getting a little bit of value because he's 6.5 on other books. It's still not quite up to that 54.5, but this is a decision that you're going to have to make, guys. The downside is that he lands on 6 and he pushes, or worse, he only gets 5. So that opens up the door to get, and right as I'm saying this, they bump him up to 6.5. So I just went over that whole thing and he gets bumped up in real time, okay? So now it's kind of an easy decision. If you find him at 6, take it. If not, just fade it. Sorry about that. Now, Michael King, another goblin. And these goblins are not easy. Dylan Cease. Yesterday, I was joking around about Dylan Cease. I said the only way he doesn't get 5.5 is if it's a rain delay, and you shouldn't have to worry about that. And what happens? A rain delay. Thank God that Chalkboard, Sleeper, and PrizePicks rebooted him, so it was no harm, no foul. It did cost us a taco equity, though, because we had him paired with our tacos. But I think Michael King at 4.5 is absolutely a great play. Now, the lineups aren't sweat-free. The Goblins, I should say, they're not sweat-free. They never are. This is going to be a sweat. It always is. They rack up 2 counts, rack up groundouts. They could get shelled, but I will take my shot at 4.5, and I also think his fantasy score is in play, okay? Whenever you see a fantasy score at 38, you automatically know he's going to need that quality start and most likely the win to cash, so keep that in mind when you build your lineups today. Again, I wish Michael King was at 5.5 on PrizePicks. I'd be all over it, but he's at 6.5. I can't condone it. I will tell you to take over 4.5 all day. I like it. You can see his range of outcomes. He's hit this in 80% of his last 20, 16 of 20. He's going to get anywhere between 3 to 7, just like Gill. So 4.5, it seems very, very crispy, all right? Look at his 2024 starts. You add that in, 81%. 21 starts, he's almost always got 5Ks. But 6.5, you're looking for a ceiling game. Pirates haven't struck out a lot in the last 30. They're 23rd overall. King's strikeout percentage, he's 89th. It is a good play. 6.5 is just asking for a little bit too much, guys. So I will take 4.5 here, and that will be my primary play, the play of the day today. Michael King over 4.5 strikeouts versus my Pirates. I didn't wear my Pirates hat today because I need King to go ham. I need him to go ham, fam. So hopefully he gets that done. Hopefully this comes back down to 6, and then we can take it there. But again, if you can get him at 6 or 5.5 on Sleeper or Chalkboard, which I believe you can, promo code CRUSH, lock it in over there. I believe he's going to get 6 today. Now, also, we're dealing with MLB, guys, so if you realize the reason there's a lot of gobbies and stuff is because these lines are surgical. The gobbies are different from any other sport in MLB because 0.5 in MLB is way more critical than just half a point is in NBA, all right? Freddie Peralta, over 6Ks. This is something you need to be looking at, all right? Chris Sale, over 7. My gut leans to take less on this. Personally, I don't know what I'm going to do yet there. You'll have to wait for the live stream. But I do think that combo was at 13 earlier. And at 13, that's absolutely something you have to consider. Okay? Colin Rea yesterday went nuclear. And Bryce Elder got his rear end kicked. But 13.5 for these two, I think that's a good combo. Let's just say you were to take that. That would give you a 2x. I think Sale could get 5 to 7. And I think Peralta gets 5 to 7 as well. I'm not in love with it by any means, folks, But again, it's early. I'm just trying to give you guys a rundown. I think you could consider it. I think Scooble and George Kirby, absolutely 100% in play. I love Scooble today. I love Scooble most days, but here we go. His line is 8. I can't condone 8 strikeouts, guys. I can't, okay? Just, you're asking him to get 9. Can he get 9 strikeouts here? Yes, absolutely. They don't even have a goblin for him for good reason. I would take Scooble over 7, or I think he's going to get 7, so over 6.5, something like that. I'm not going to tell you guys to take over 8 because that's absurd. Asking for 9Ks, like I always tell you guys, someone said he wanted ball knowledge. Here you go. Asking a pitcher to get 9 strikeouts in a game is asking for a lot, regardless of who they are, the matchup, and how anything. So much can go wrong between there. Guys can pop off random homers, injuries, rain delays. You name it, it could happen. So you have to consider these things. Do I think he gets 6 to 7? Sure. Go on Outlier, find the range of outcomes for Scooble, use other books because PrizePicks is being stingy. They're not giving a gobby for it today, and go there. And then that is how you will determine what to do. Or you could just take the combo, or you could maybe take his fantasy score. He's in an elite matchup, folks. But again, here's some more ball knowledge. To get 41.5 fantasy score, he's going to have to get the win and quality start, even if he gets 8Ks. That's just what he's going to have to do. So think about those things before you make your lineups. Don't just look at the last 5 and assume all is well. Make sure you're studying and considering the matchup. I wouldn't tell you to take less here, but I wouldn't tell you to take more here, so it's just a fade. Then Blake Snell. Now, we all know Blake Snell has been absolutely dealing. He's been at an absolute another level, but now look at this. They don't have a normal line for him. Why is that? I don't know. 7.5 demon, 5.5 strikeouts. I'm going to take the gobby at 5.5. And you can see how heavily favored these two are, folks. It's not good. 1.4, that means they're heavily juiced. So don't take these two together. Take each of them with a hitter that you like or something else. I'm going with Blake Snell. The man's been dealing. The matchup is absolutely not good at all. What? It's not good at all. They don't strike out. Last 30, they're ranked number 1 in not striking out, okay? Number 6, they're number 1 in the last 30, meaning they're not striking out at all. And overall, they're ranked 6 in not striking out, okay? It's absolutely a terrible matchup for him. But look at his strikeouts per 9, 11, 15 versus Washington. He's absolutely cooked. His whip is bad, but look at the head-to-head. He had 5, and then he had 6. If you look at his last 20, you can see his range of outcomes is anywhere between 5 all the way up to 8. That would be what he's got, 5 to 8. I would only take the Goblin, and I would only take it in limited. Again, the priority today is Michael King. So what you need to do is find some hitters to go along with it so you can get some of those numbers. Now remember, if you're using a site like DG, you can just go down the list at 54.5 or greater. Kirby under 37 fantasy points, I think that's great, okay? I absolutely think that's great. Ozuna over 7 fantasy, oh yes, okay? I think that's great. Why? Because he just absolutely sold yesterday with a donut. We had his 1.5 hits, runs, RBI. He was the last leg in many of my slips and those on my live stream. We made him live, and he sold. And he actually think he had like 2 or 3 strikeouts, but now you can go right back to him. I understand Peralta can throw strikeouts, but he also can get shelled. So I'll go back to Ozuna. You want more ball knowledge, comment guy? Whenever a stud hitter duds the day before, target him again the next day, specifically if his line is lowered, okay? And right now, Ozuna at 7, he has high upside. I absolutely think he can get this done. Now, if we go look at Ozuna's head-to-head, you could see on 8-6 yesterday, 0 hits. Again, on July 31st, 0 hits. But then look, a hit. Historically, he does pretty decent. He just had 2 games, the 29th and the 30th and the 31st in that series. They're playing again. We don't care about 2023, but what I care about is he had 2 duds the last 2 meetings. Eventually, he's going to come back to his average, which he's going to most likely get a hit. So if you can find him at 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, that would be the priority. But PrizePicks doesn't have it, so his fantasy score will have to do. I think that's absolutely fine as well. Remember, I personally like to target the hitters that have put up duds the last 2 because then they're due. They're always going to bounce back to their average. Now, taking the time to explain the intricacies of the sport and how it works and everything, those are things that I do on my live stream because that is where I can spend the most time. Again, limited videos. I have to put these out fast. You see things get bumped in real time, so that's how it is. You guys have to work with me here. I do my demon lineups. Most of my lineups, daily prop list, everything is in the Discord. I do it full time. It is what it is, guys, but I always do these YouTube videos. I give you at least 5 a week, too. I promise you guys, I want you to win. Nobody wants you to win more than me. Not trying to fleece you or anything. Not going to be right every day. I just want to give you guys the understanding and the tools and the knowledge to have a fundamental winning process. That's it. So real quick, other things you want to look at, okay? You can look at the Peralta and Sale. You can look at their combo, or you can look at Peralta individually, or even Sale. If you like them, hey, whatever. Paul Blackburn, 4.5 Ks. Nut matchup, but what do we know about the Rocky Stadium? It's a launch pad, so you know that guys can absolutely hit homers, so maybe you want to stay away from there. Those are things that you're going to have to decide. Scooble and Kirby, you're going to have to decide what you want to do there. Okay, there's a lot of big name pitchers on this slate today, and it's impossible for me to cover them all. Michael King would be the priority. I gave you the rundowns on the other 3 studs that people are going to be wanting to know. Okay, Gil has a Gabi now at 4.5. You could go there. But look at only 1.3x, so you're going to want to find hitters to pair individually. Pitcher fantasy scores to consider. Chris Sale, Michael King, Scooble, and then Kirby under. But again, I really don't like taking pitcher fantasy score unless I have an absolute stone read. There's too much that can go wrong. They need the win. They need the quality start. I just really don't have interest there. I think the combo for Scooby and Kirby, the combo for Peralta and Sale, that way if either of those guys have good games or one of them just has like a 10K game, they can carry. That would be something to have exposure to. Now, if you're just skipping through these videos looking to get spoon-fed, you're going to be disappointed because that's not how I do things, and I structure my videos to not benefit those people because I have no interest in that. Go find someone else that's going to do that for you because it's not me. I'm trying to connect to the adults in the room. So here I am on Underdog. I'm going to see if there's anything for MLB. We'll go back to DG Fantasy. We'll filter it to Underdog, see if we can find some value and maybe make a lineup or two. So I filtered it to MLB and you can see the top 2. It's Judge and Cruz under. You know that's going to be a sweat. I tell you guys all the time. The fantasy scores are the absolute hardest. They're the most volatile. So beware of that. Paul Blackburn over 5.5 hits allowed is minus 134. Charlie Blackmon over 7.5 fantasy score. I like it because he can hit a dinger. Absolutely. Olsen under half a walk. Whenever I see pitchers and hitters at half a walk, I usually tend to take under. Freddie Peralta under pitching outs. Okay, there we go. So Freddie under 17.5, Judge under 10.5, Cruz, Blackburn over 5.5 hits allowed. I think his earned runs over 2.5 is actually really good. His strikeouts are in play too because of the matchup, but you know how that's going to be. And then Charlie Blackmon, 7.5 fantasy score. Bradley lower than 2 earned runs. And JD Martinez over 2 hits, runs, RBIs. So those were the ones that stuck out to me there. So then I would go through here and find the ones that I personally like the most, compare them to my model. But for this, I'll just put 5 on here. This is an absolute long shot, 7 legs. Pretty much just kissing it goodbye. But just in case everything comes in that was 53% or higher, it would hit. But remember, on Underdog, you need around 55% or higher. So get rid of Martinez, get rid of Bradley, keep Charlie Blackburn, keep Paul Blackburn, keep Paul, keep Charlie, get rid of Judge, who wants to sweat that, get rid of Cruz, and then we got Peralta. So Peralta, Blackburn, and Charlie. And I think you could mix and match these any way you wanted to. They're docking us a little bit because of Charlie and Blackburn correlation, but that's fine. And then you can take out Charlie, do Blackburn and Peralta, just like that. That's absolutely fine as well. Use code CRUSH on Underdog. They'll give you a deposit match up to $250. If you put on $500, they'll give you $250, and you're going to get a free square, and I'll give you 30 free days of my Discord if you send me the email. Now let's go back over here to PrizePicks right quick. Remember, all of these lines can give you better payouts on Chalkboard or a better line. You have to check Chalkboard. You have to check Sleeper. Sleeper has a $15 protected play today. Use it. Use code CRUSH there. Use code CRUSH on Chalkboard. Just let me know, guys, and I'll give you your 30-day free trials in your emails. I send you the links and you can get it. You just have to let me know. That goes for ParlayPlay too. I don't know if they have any discounts going on. I haven't looked yet. And then real quick, I want to talk about 2 more things, but real quick, if you do want to join the court, it's run through Dub Club. So go to CaptainCrush.net, gold package buy now. I do still have this promotion going on. It's promo code DEMON, all caps. You get your first month for $15. That is my discount for you guys who are on the fence, who don't know, who you want to check out the live stream. This is the way. I'm literally giving you so much value for $15, and I don't get all of that, remember, guys. So I'm not trying to fleece you or anything. It's not a sales pitch. I'm just telling you, do yourself the favor. Those that know nothing about MLB come in the live streams, and then by the end of it, by the couple of them after a week or so, they know what is up, and that is critical. The more you understand the sport, the more you'll like it. And as Mudbone says, the proof is in the pudding, okay? Mark's World absolutely cooked. He took a lot of the plays that we talked about. This looks like a loser, right? Wrong. If you hit 3 out of the 5 here, it was a winner. He took Suzuki. Always likes to take Suzuki. He uses the projection model. He uses his gut. Cash. All these were talked about on the live stream, guys. That is why I tell you guys to be there. You could have mixed and matched any possible way and cashed. This was the 2-man I gave for the final taco. Ross, less 17.5 pitching outs. Cash it. Pair it with Castillo, and we're back to square one. And like I said, these demons that go 4 of 6, they still paid. I had this for 15. It paid 22. We made a small profit of 750. Hey, it's better than nothing, and we had the chance to win like 700. So I will take that all day long. These were all discussed on the live stream, given out on the live stream in this slip as well. Rafael was the most popular play on the board. I said that. He had potential to sell. He did sell. It is what it is. I'll take my 2x. But a lot of people were able to get W's. Leon, Turbo, James, Ramy, Rude Boy, Ty Flack, Iceberg. I mean, gee, even Iceberg got the 2-man in. You know, he never is at the live streams. He finally was able to get in, and he got it. Whiskey Pete says stop playing and give the man his flowers. I didn't even see this. Stripling, Gray, and Brent Rooker, appreciate you, Whiskey Pete. I'm glad you cashed. Give that man his 375. Spartan's back from vacation. He cashed. Appreciate it, Spartan. But that's that. This is where I host my live streams, guys, because this is the best way I can do it with my rules, and I can do things my way. I'm not worried about anything else. But I did do a live stream via Dub Club's network, and we had people there, and I don't know how it went or whatever, but it was a free live stream, and I'm not opposed to doing them, but I don't like being bound by YouTube and TikTok's rules. So this is what I'm going to tell you guys in the comment section. If you want me to do one live stream a week on TikTok again like I used to, I'm absolutely open for it, but they are very strict about their rules. Women can walk around shirtless basically, nothing happens to them. They can literally just be in short shorts, not talking, not doing anything, and be totally fine. But if I post a PrizePicks lineup and talk about sports, I get banned. It's crazy, y'all. So if you want me to try to do a TikTok live stream, I'm totally 100% open to it if there's an interest for it, if people are going to show up. So you have to let me know. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do like one a week. I will do it for you guys. And then hopefully you enjoy the live stream, you win a few bucks, and then you come into the Discord live streams, and it's cinema for everybody, okay? I believe in the live streams because that is the best tool to help people win, as long as Captain Crush is the one hosting. Now, real quick, the live, MLB Live, I think you could take a couple of these right here is what I wanted to say. Scooble, 4 strikeouts in the first 3 innings. I absolutely think this one could be in play. Remember, his full game line is 8, but I do think he could get 4 strikeouts. He would need to get 2 every inning to get 6, so he just needs to get 2, 2, and 1 to cash, or 1, 1, 2 to push. I think that would be something you could look at. And I did want to mention that for you guys because it is something I'm dabbling in. And then let me see if there's anything else. Just remember the combos that I talked about, guys, and everything else. I think those are good. And remember, they were juicing Judge under, but Judge is going to be a massive sweat to take under today, especially with Daniel pitching, especially in this matchup. I do think Soto is the guy today. This would probably be the demon hitter that I take today. I just have a feeling he's probably going to be popular. He is on the popular play tab. If everyone's going to be on Judge today, I always like to pivot to Soto, and I do think he can go yarn. I think he can get a home run. I think he can get a double, a triple, a single, and bring some runners in. Anyway, he has multiple ways to cash those. And remember what I tell you guys about the model. Always check the model and make your lineups accordingly if you're in the Discord. Appreciate you tuning in. Here's the salute. Good luck in all your contests. Sorry it was a boring video today. Had a lot of information. I'm losing my voice. I'm exhausted. I have a tough week ahead of me. Appreciate all the support. Please like the video. Please leave me a comment and subscribe. And my brothers and sisters in Christ, let's crush.